entrepreneur with a couple of SaaS businesses, and there is one thing I don't like about my job, and that is accounting. Picture this. It's the end of the month, the quarter, or the year, depending on when you do your accounting reporting. And your accountant starts asking you about all your receipts or your invoices. You send that, either all that into a CSV or in a Google Drive, and then it's up to the accountant to understand, make sense out of it. And that leads usually to a lot of conversations asking, okay, what is this about? What is that about? Or it's you that actually has to justify it in between, and that takes a lot of time. So I really identified that this was taking at least a full week, because I do it yearly, of my time. And so that's why I created LeMoney. LeMoney is the inbox in between your business and your accountant. So let's have a look at how it works. I will create an account. Actually, I already have an account. I will sign up. So I will sign up to my demo account. Okay, we are in. So once you arrive here, the first thing you will see is the inbox, and it will prompt you to upload a bank statement. So I already created a bank account prior to this. I can select a bank account and import the bank statement. Because at LeMoney, everything is about the bank statement. We'll use it as a reference, and then it's up to us to explain every line in this bank statement. And the fact that we're importing the bank statement and not having a connection with their API, it solves a lot of bugs, of course, but it also allows you to connect any bank in the world. And this was our goal. So once I have the statement, I'm going to be mapping the columns of the CSV. So I will just say that this one we can skip because my bank statement uses credit amount and debit amount for the inflows and outflows. So I'll import the transaction. Okay, and we can see that we have 9 transactions ready. So I'm going to check the inbox. Once you have imported your bank accounts, your bank statements, it's time to explain, right? We're going to be explaining with notes so that our accountant knows exactly what each thing is. LeMoney actually is going to do most of the work, and with AI already explains just by guessing through reading the descriptions of the statement. But we also have to justify the expenses, right? Your accountant will say, okay, where is the receipt for this one? So you can go to expenses, and you have 2 choices here. You can either import all your receipts all at once. So you select maybe 500 receipts, you directly import it here. It can be pictures, it can be PDFs, and it's going to be extracting the data with AI and create the expenses for you. Or you could add a single one. So let's add a single one. I'm going to import this invoice. I'm going to extract it with AI. And what it's going to do is not only create the expense, but also create the contact for this expense, so that next time we have another expense from this contact, it already picks it up. So we have Swiftly for $51 on the 19, category it's advertising and marketing. Perfect. It even got the currency and the note, one-time payment service for courier and mystery services. I'm going to validate this one and confirm and save. Perfect. So I can either create another one or go check my expenses, and we can see that it is here. What I will do now is just go back to my inbox and find the expense, so $51, where I will go check it out and link it to these new expenses. So now it is linked, we can see it here. The accountant will be able to go check it out if it has access to LeMoney, and then we can say, okay, this one is ready to export. So what you want to do is to be doing this process with every statement, so that at the end of the month, year, or quarter, depending on when you do your accounting, you can export for your accountant the beautiful zip file that will have all your bank transactions explained, the bank summary, and also all the links. So in here we can see that I have started explaining a few, and it even has a link to the receipt so that your accountant exactly knows how to connect each expense to each bank statement line. And of course, you will be doing the same process with invoices. If you ever want to do an invoice, you just go to create invoice. And here we have an invoice generator that allows you to select an existing contact, create new lines. It's called consulting services for $450, and create the invoice. This invoice, you will be able to download it, to mark it as paid when it's paid, or to even view it and download it. You might have noticed that all over the app we have 2 currencies. So LeMoney is multi-currency. That's actually perfect for me because my company is in Singapore, but I charge my customers in US dollars. And so this for accounting is always a little bit of a problem, right? LeMoney is connected to an API for currency conversion, so everything is done for you. 13 Singapore dollars is equal to 10 US dollar. And of course, I chose US dollar as my main currency, as you can see here on top, but you can basically choose any currency in the world to do this process. We also have the possibility to connect a couple of providers. So for the moment, we support Stripe. We're working on Lemon Squeezy, but we will be adding many others so that you can also work into explaining and connecting the bank transactions with the payouts from these payment providers. Remember guys, if like me, you want to make peace with the accounting season and be loved by your accountant, join LeMoney.